I never meant for it to happen. If someone had told me a year ago that I would betray the one person who loved me unconditionally, I would have laughed in their face. But life has a way of twisting you into someone you don't recognize, someone you despise. And now, as I sit here, staring at my reflection in the mirror, I see nothing but a stranger, a woman who let desire and selfishness ruin everything. It started innocently, as these things often do. Daniel and I had been together for 4 years, our relationship built on trust, laughter, and shared dreams of the future. We met in college, bonded over late-night study sessions, and whispered confessions under the stars. He was everything to me, my best friend, my safe place. And then there was Jason, his older brother. Jason was everything Daniel was not. Where Daniel was gentle and patient, Jason was wild and impulsive. Where Daniel was predictable and steady, Jason was a storm that swept you away. I never thought of him in any romantic way. He was just Jason, the brother who teased me mercilessly but always made me laugh. But something shifted. It happened so gradually that I didn't even notice it creeping up on me. It was the small touches that lingered a second too long, the way his eyes held mine when no one was looking. It was the late-night conversations that started as jokes, but became something else entirely, something forbidden. I should have stopped it. I should have walked away the moment I felt the first flicker of temptation, but I didn't. I let it build, feeding off the adrenaline, the secret thrill of knowing I was playing with fire, and one night, the fire consumed us both. It was at a family gathering of all places. Daniel had stepped out to run an errand, leaving me alone with Jason. It was just us, standing too close in the dimly lit kitchen, the air thick with unspoken words. And then, as if some invisible force took over, he kissed me. I should have pulled away, slapped him, screamed at him for even thinking about crossing that line. But I didn't. I kissed him back. And that was the moment everything changed. It wasn't just once, it happened again and again. Each stolen moment was a rush, a mixture of guilt and exhilaration that left me breathless and terrified. I would go home to Daniel, look into his kind eyes, and feel the weight of my betrayal crushing me. But still, I couldn't stop. I told myself 100 different lies. That it didn't mean anything. That it was just a phase. That I loved Daniel too much to ever truly hurt him. But deep down, I knew the truth. I was already hurting him. Every time I touched Jason, every time I let myself fall deeper into the abyss, I was destroying the man who had given me his heart without hesitation. The truth came out in the worst possible way. Daniel walked in on us. It was late, and I thought he was asleep. Jason and I were in the living room, the air between us thick with unspoken tension. I don't even remember how it happened. Maybe a brush of fingers, a whisper too soft, a moment of weakness, but before I knew it, we were kissing. And then, there he was. Daniel didn't yell. He didn't throw things or demand explanations. He just stood there, his face pale, his eyes hollow with pain. And that silence, it was worse than any screaming match. It was the sound of something breaking beyond repair. He left that night, and I haven't heard from him since. I don't blame him. I don't expect forgiveness. Some betrayals are too deep, too ugly to ever be undone. And now I am left with nothing but the echoes of my choices, haunted by the memory of the man I once loved and the brother who became my biggest mistake. I don't know if I will ever forgive myself. Maybe I don't deserve to. But if I could take it all back, if I could go back to that first moment and walk away, I would. Because no thrill, no fleeting passion was worth losing Daniel. And now I have to live with the wreckage I created, knowing that I destroyed the best thing I ever had.